Everybody wants to have high status. That's the goal, because when you're high status, you get all kinds of advantages that most people don't, simply put. It takes a lot of work to build yourself into someone who can hold themselves in high status and high regards, and that's a good thing. But today, I'm gonna teach you a little backdoor trick that can catapult your status, especially if it's the first time you're talking with someone, like nothing else can. So the way this works is most guys, when they talk to you, they probably are very quick to share a shared experience. So like maybe you went to Beijing, or you said you spent some time in Venezuela. The minute a guy, let's say you're talking to a guy and he's trying to flirt with you a little bit. The minute he hears that, he is probably, if there's anything that he knows, or say he happened to visit Venezuela, is he probably really gonna quickly come out and be like, I was in Venezuela too, right? I lived there too. Automatically. And you'll see their eyes light up because they think that she's gonna be like, that's incredible. Most guys have never done that. You have, what's up, let's hang out. That's not the pros way to do it, okay? It's not necessarily terrible. If you do it really cool, I mean, that's really interesting. I was in Venezuela too. I noticed this. What are your thoughts? That's kind of a cool way to do it, but how can we turbocharge this, okay? The way you're gonna do it is you're gonna back off of saying that commonality and hope that it comes in through the back door, okay? Because how much more powerful is it when I'm talking to her and she's like, yeah, I was in Venezuela for a while, and then she continues to talk and she's like, yo, have you ever traveled anywhere near Venezuela? And I'm like, yeah, by the way, I actually lived in Venezuela for 6 months, and it was really cool. How cool does that look? Because you were not jumping on that opportunity to try to create that rapport, because most guys want that so much. Anything they can do to have that commonality, they're gonna jump on. But the pro will not bring up that commonality. And the more obscure, like being in Venezuela is pretty kind of obscure. Or like maybe you were like, something that I did that a lot of people haven't done is I traveled to Cambodia. More people are doing that stuff now. But the more obscure and the more unique, the more powerful it is when they find out through their own question that you didn't bring it up, that you didn't jump on that chance to get that rapport with them. That is gonna be something that people are gonna be like, wow, this dude is not like most dudes. He's not jumping on this. He's comfortable enough to not feel that need to cling to every little chance he can get to get me to like him. Very powerful way to do it. It's tough to do because the first couple times you do it, you're almost gonna you're gonna get kind of awkward. You'll be like, I should be saying something, and they're gonna kind of pick up on it. Just think about in your head when she's saying something. Let's use let's use Cambodia, for example. Say you went to Angkor Wat to see the temples. And she's like, yeah, one of the most incredible places I was a sunset temple in Angkor Wat. And you're just be thinking, that's really cool. Just be thinking, it's coming back, it's coming back, it's coming back. And you can be like, yeah, Southeast Asian travel is really cool. And then you can even set it up a little bit like that. Like if she happens, or the person you're talking to happens to naturally come back to that, cool, that's the easiest. But let's say it seems like the conversation is going a bit off of that, and she may never ask if you've been there, and then you lose your chance. You can kind of egg that on a little bit, but don't be too obvious. You can be like, yeah, there's some really cool things that happen in Southeast Asia. Just something like that piques her interest, and then she might be like, oh, really? Have you ever been to Southeast Asia? And you're like, yeah, I was also at that sunset temple in Angkor Wat. It was actually a wild experience. The sun was going down. It was so beautiful that people were staying there way past the time they should. It's like pitch dark and people are like trying to go down these temple stairs. The temple stairs are like this steep, if you've ever been there, and they're like this wide. So having a size 14 shoe literally had to go like sideways down in the pitch dark is crazy. So you're gonna wait for it. You can egg that question on if it's running too far away from her ever asking you that story again. That's kind of a cool way to bring it back. Now, in this story, like these examples are kind of a bit fancy, kind of a bit advanced, right? Waiting to share a story. You may be hearing this, be like, dude, I'm just trying to understand what's going out when I'm out at a restaurant. Like, why is this person acting this way to me? What can I do to make someone react in a positive way for me? And if that's the way you're feeling, I'd encourage you to download my social invincibility checklist. It's completely free, and it's gonna go through 5 things that will help you get a better understanding of what's going around you socially, so you can confidently go into these environments and know you're gonna make a nice impression. Have you seen this video right here? Have you seen it? It's a great one. If you haven't seen it, click here to check it out. If you didn't get that social invincibility checklist, do it. Click right here, it's free. I'll talk to you soon.